everyone! So remember me, I know it's been a long time since I last made a video. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks, I'm not sure. It feels like absolutely ages, and I know I haven't done any blog posts for absolutely ages, so yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But I'm back today with my May favourites, and I do have a couple more videos filmed and planned for the next week or so, so you will have some more videos from me. I will not be leaving you again for a long period of time, so don't have to worry about that. And before I ramble on about my apology for too long, I will get into the May favourites. So this month's favourites is a bit of a mixed bag, and there's not really all that much here considering I didn't do a favourites video last month. I thought there'd be a lot more products and a lot more makeup favourites, but there's about 11 products here and half of them are makeup, but not as many as I thought. I did think I'd have a lot more lipstick favourites, but I don't think I've been sticking to any one product enough to call it a favourite. But these ones that I do have here I have been using almost daily when I've been doing my makeup, so I did really want to share them with you. So starting with the makeup, and this past month where it's been nice and sunny and it's been getting to summer, I've been focusing a lot more on really glowy, flawless, bronzed skin. So these two products have been a must for me, and I've been using them together every single day I've been doing my makeup. And it is the Clarins Splendorous Summer Bronzing Compact and the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder. So first off, this was limited edition last summer, but Clarins have brought out a bronzer which is exactly the same this summer, just in a different pattern. So I've been using this bronzer all around the outer perimeters of my face, and then I've been using what's left over on the brush all over the rest of my face. So on my nose, on my chin, just on all the high points basically. So I've been really bronzing up the outer perimeter and then just bringing a little dusting onto the middle to give me a bit of a glow, because where I do wear quite a high SPF on my face, it doesn't really get tanned and it's a lot paler than my body, so I have to make sure to use bronzer to match it up, and it just makes me look really healthy and glowy. And this one is a lovely one to use because it's warm but it's not orange, so it makes you look really healthy and warm and glowy without looking really muddy or looking really orange or anything like that. And it does layer really nicely, so it doesn't make you look really cakey and it doesn't go blotchy throughout the day. So this is a perfect bronzer to have for the summer, and I definitely recommend it. And this is absolutely huge. I don't know how I'm ever going to go through this, so very happy about that. And then, as I said, the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder is my next favourite, and I used to use this but only really on special occasions or in the evenings. I never really used it in the day because I thought it looked a bit too done and I'd rather use a bronzer instead. But now that I've been pairing it with a bronzer, I've really seen how it works, and it does work really, really well for a daytime look. And I'm wearing it now with the bronzer and some highlighter and some blush, but I do really like it. It really sculpts the face and gives you a lot of shape and just really defines your cheeks and makes your face look a lot slimmer, which is great. And it also just helps your makeup look to look a lot more done. So if you're wearing a bold lip or if you're wearing a smoky eye, it makes your face look a lot more done, whereas I find when I don't use this, it looks like I've kind of just left my base a bit and haven't really bothered with it all too much. And then with those two products, if I'm feeling a powder highlighter, I have been using the Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder, and this is in the shade Highlighter 01. I think that's the only highlighting shade that they do. I'm not sure. I did get this as part of a Space NK goodie bag, so this isn't the full size or anything, so I don't really know too much about it, but what I do know is this is just a really gorgeous highlighter. I'm wearing it today. I have got a cream highlighting base on, like, underneath my foundation, so that's probably helping it to stand out a bit, but even on its own this is a gorgeous highlighter. It gives a really nice sheen to the cheeks, and it's a really nice champagne-y colour, so it's not too pearly and harsh and white, but it's not too warm either that it would look silly on paler skin. So this is just a really nice all-round highlighter, and it doesn't look glittery and it stays really nicely throughout the day, so you have a really nice sheeny highlighted look throughout the day. So next up are two eye product favourites, and the first one is the Rimmel Scandaleyes, what are these called? Eyeshadow sticks, and this is the shade Bad Girl Bronze, and this is just a really gorgeous colour to use if you want a really quick kind of smoky eye. It's not really a smoky eye, but it does really define the eyes and give you a really nice bronze wash of colour. And I wouldn't say you could use this as an eyeshadow base because it does crease a little bit on its own, so I do have to use a MAC paint pot like Painterly or Groundwork underneath this to keep it in place. But it's just a really nice way, if you want a bit of definition without the effort, to just get a bit of colour on your eyes, and it does go with almost all of my makeup looks. And this colour is very, very, very similar to MAC Eclair Paint Pot, which is my absolute favourite eyeshadow to wear if I just want something quick but still defining, and that was limited edition, so I'm always trying to find a dupe for it, and I think I finally found one, and it's this colour. It's quite a warm brown. It's a very warm, deep bronzy colour with a little bit of almost copper in it, which really makes it stand out against brown eyes, because I find that sometimes brown eyeshadows can look a little flat on me, but this one definitely doesn't. I think this was only about £3 or £4 or something like that, so that's such a great deal. So I definitely recommend picking this up if you like quick, easy eyeshadows, which you can throw on and just blend out with your finger and you're done. And then the other eye product I want to mention is the Lancome Hypnose mascara, and I think this is the volume version, and this is just a sample I got last year, but I only started using it about a month or so ago, and I'm so glad I did, because I absolutely love it. It's a really nice one for length and volume and definition, but without being too much. It's just a really fail-safe one. It never really looks clumpy or like I'm wearing too much mascara for the daytime. It's really nice if I want a natural daytime look, but you can also really build it up for a more dramatic evening look, which I really like, because I find that I usually have to have 2 different mascaras for day and night, but this one, it can be used for both occasions, and when this runs out I'm definitely going to buy the full size, and I never buy high-end mascaras, so this is a real testament to how good some can be. And then the final makeup product is a lipstick, which I did mention in my lip product addict tag, which I will link in the down bar if you haven't seen it already. I absolutely love lip products, so it was definitely a tag made for me. But I did want to mention this lipstick in my favourites anyway, because I have been loving it and I've been wearing it a lot all month, and it is the Burberry lip cover in number 11, Antique Rose, and this is just basically my perfect everyday nude. It's kind of like a Your Lips But Better colour mixed with a nude. I don't know what kind of colour you'd say it is. It's like a dusty rose nude colour, which I really like, and it's really, really nice to apply. It's really buttery and it's really opaque, but it's still got a slight sheen to it, so it feels really nice and comfortable on the lips, and it applies really nicely, and it lasts a really long time. It's basically the perfect kind of lipstick, and I definitely want to try out more Burberry lipsticks in the future. And this was, I think, £22, which I don't think is that bad for a high-end lipstick, considering Chanel ones are about £26, and I think these are much better than Chanel, even though I do absolutely love Chanel lipsticks. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the rest of the lineup has to offer, and just, oh look, the embossing. And then the next few products are all skincare products, and I have been trying out quite a lot of skincare recently, but some of them not really long enough to know whether they are favourites or not, so I thought I'd just include these 3 for now, because I have been loving them and I definitely recommend them. And the first one is the Body Shop Camomile Silky Cleansing Oil, and I bought this on recommendation of Amelia from Liana Beauty, or Amelia Liana, whatever it's called, and yeah, I absolutely love her blog and YouTube, so I really trust her recommendations, and she recommended this as a cleansing oil to take your makeup off with, and I have been using it for that purpose and I absolutely love it. It's just really silky and it applies really nicely, and it feels really luxurious, and it just melts away all of your makeup, so you're left with basically a completely clean face. I wouldn't need to do a second cleanse afterwards, but I do anyway just to make sure, but it just leaves my skin feeling so clean but still really hydrated and soft. So I definitely recommend this if you're looking for a cleansing oil, and this bottle is absolutely huge, so it's really great value as well. And then also from the Body Shop, I have been using quite a lot of Body Shop skincare lately, so I might do a blog post all about Body Shop skincare if you're interested in that. But the other favourite which I've been trying out recently is their Vitamin C Daily Moisturiser, and this has SPF 30, which is why I bought it, because I hadn't picked up the Kiehl's SPF 50, whatever it's called. Yeah, I was going to pick that up in London, so I wanted something for the meantime, but I didn't really want an extra step, so I wanted to pick up a moisturiser with SPF in it. And so I chose this one because it's meant to be great for dull skin, and it does have UVA and UVB protection, and SPF 30 was enough really for the English weather at the moment. So I've been using this, and I've been absolutely loving it. It's just a really nice kind of thick moisturiser, but it does sink in really nicely. It does take a few minutes, I would say, to sink in completely, but that's great for me because I do have quite dry skin and dehydrated skin, and then after it's sunk in, it leaves you with a really nice glow, and your skin feels really hydrated all day long, and obviously it gives you the sun protection. So I've really been loving this to help combat my dry, dull skin and also give me the protection I need. And then the final skincare product I want to mention is something which you may remember from my what I got for Christmas video, and I didn't use this for so long. I'm not really sure why, but it's so expensive, so I just sort of kept putting off using it because I didn't ever want to use it up. And it is the Oskia Micro Exfoliating Balm, and this is basically a manual exfoliator, but it's in a balmy, waxy consistency, so it's really nice for drier skins. And I've been using this sort of once or maybe twice a week depending on what other exfoliating products I use, and it's been really lovely and has really helped my skin. I'm not a huge fan of manual exfoliators because I can find them too harsh and abrasive, but this one's nice because it's really tiny exfoliating particles, but there's a lot of them, so it really does exfoliate your skin without being too harsh and scratchy. You can control how exfoliating it is by mixing it with water, so if you use it basically dry on just damp skin, then it's very exfoliating, but if you mix it with water a little bit more, then it's less exfoliating and more gentle. So you could almost use it every other day that way by mixing it with quite a bit of water, or if you want quite a abrasive scrub but not a harsh scrub at all, then just use it on damp skin, which is what I tend to do. I tend to use it on damp skin first and then mix it with water and go over again just to make sure my skin is really nicely exfoliated. And once I've rinsed it off, I tend to just rinse it off rather than using a cloth or anything, because it does just dissolve away. After I've rinsed it off, my skin feels so soft and smooth. I've never felt anything like it. I don't think I can get my skin that smooth with any other exfoliators, whether it be manual or chemical. So I have been really loving this, and whenever I use it, my foundation goes on so much nicer. And so that was a bit of a ramble on the micro exfoliating balm. I hope you've got what I was saying, but it's basically just a perfect exfoliator for if you don't really like scrubs but feel like your skin needs a scrub. And then the final two products are both body care products, and in the winter I really do not bother with body care products at all. I tend to just moisturise maybe once a week and that's it. But now that it's summer and I have been baring my legs a lot more, I have been more conscious of them being dry and scaly and things like that, so I have been using more body care products to combat that. And first off, I've been using scrubs maybe 2 or 3 times a week in the bath to just make sure my skin is nice and smooth. And the one which I've been loving a lot, and the one which I tend to use on a Sunday night if I'm having a little pamper session, is the Mercier Amber Vanille Scrub. And this came in a little set which I got around Christmas time, but this is probably my favourite product from the set. I do really love the moisturiser as well, but this one is probably the standout for me. First off, the smell. It smells absolutely amazing. It smells exactly like vanilla, not fake vanilla at all. It smells like real vanilla, and it's just so relaxing, which is perfect for a Sunday evening. And the scrub itself, it's very different from any other scrubs I've used. The scrub particles, again, like the Oskia balm, are very small, so they don't feel really abrasive, but they do really exfoliate your skin and leave it feeling really smooth. And the sort of liquid or the mixture, whatever it's in, is like a moisturiser, so it's really moisturising and it leaves your skin feeling so soft and hydrated, which is the main thing for me because I don't really like to spend too much time moisturising because I'm just far too lazy for that. And then the final product in my favourites is the Vaseline Spray and Go Moisturiser, and I've been using this a lot because, as I said, I'm very lazy with body moisturisers and I don't like waiting for them to sink in. So this has been perfect because you just spray it on, rub it in a bit, and you're done. It's just completely sunk in. It doesn't feel sticky, but your legs or your arms or whatever feels really hydrated and smooth, and it leaves them with a subtle sheen. I wouldn't say they're sheeny, but it does make them look really healthy and glowy, and it really helps your legs to just look a lot nicer in shorts and things like that, which is definitely what I need because my legs can just look a bit dull and dry a lot of the time because I do have dehydrated skin. So this is a perfect product for me because I can just spray it on in a rush and not have to worry about my jeans sticking to my legs or my tights or anything which I decided to put on. So they are all of my favourites for this month and a bit of last month as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I will leave everything I mentioned in the down bar along with all my links, and do let me know if you've tried any of these products and if you liked them as much as me, or do let me know any of your favourites from the past month, as I'd love to check them out. Again, I'm so sorry that I haven't made a video in so long, but here is my video, and there will be another video on Wednesday which will be a London haul, so look out for that. So as always, thanks for watching guys, do subscribe to see more of my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye!